And out of this, federal prosecutors formally filed notice of intent to seek the death penalty for Luigi Mangione. This is in connection with the shooting death of UnitedHealthcare CEO Brian Thompson. Mangione is expected to be arraigned on federal charges in his New York City case this afternoon. Last week, he was indicted on 4 charges, including stalking and murder. CBS News legal reporter Katrina Kaufman joins us now in Studio 57 to speak more about this case and today's arraignment. Katrina, good morning to you. What is the DOJ's argument for the death penalty here, and how have Mangione's attorneys responded to that?
So, what the DOJ says is the circumstances of this alleged murder and also where it took place, Errol, just elevates this crime. He murdered Brian Thompson allegedly in Midtown Manhattan. He was trying to create an ideological message, they say, and they think he poses a future danger, that he was trying to target an entire industry, the healthcare industry. Now, what his team says is that this came too early, for one. It was premature, that they are saying they're seeking the death penalty, and that it's prejudicial to the case. So they're asking the court to preclude this. They do not want the death penalty sought in this case. And something his lawyer said was that while claiming to protect against murder, that the government is moving to commit a premeditated murder of Luigi Mangione.
And it's not the only, it's the most serious charge he faces, but he's also facing state murder and weapons charges here in New York. In Pennsylvania, he's facing weapons and forgery charges. He's pleaded not guilty to all of those, but what can we anticipate as his team fights that?
Yeah, I mean, I think we are expecting a not guilty plea today, very likely. This is, of course, the highest charge that he's facing, the death penalty, and he already pled not guilty in the state case, as you mentioned, where the worst that could happen is life imprisonment. So the death penalty just take things to a whole other level. And today we'll have his arraignment where we'll get to hear what he has to say.
And we're just seeing some of the footage of when he was physically brought to New York. There was such a large police posture. The mayor even turned up. Just an example of how much attention this case is receiving. We know that his team has been fundraising for him. How challenging then will it be to seat an unbiased jury? And when will that have to happen? Yeah.
This is a high-profile case, so there are always challenges. And just to give you a little sense of things, when I went to his last hearing, this was in the state case against him, I had just never seen anything like this at the courthouse. When I went on the floor, it was full of young women, especially some young men, to the fans outside. A woman I talked to had almost never been on a plane, but came just so she could stand outside and support Luigi Mangione. Wow. This creates real challenges when picking a jury, but courts do know how to deal with that. I was at the Weinstein jury selection last week, so sometimes what they'll do is bring in large groups of people, ask them detailed questions, let some of them even just say right off the bat if they think that they cannot be fair and impartial in these cases where pretty much everyone knows who the defendant is. And this will happen closer to when the trial starts, but it will be a challenge, but they are able to deal with it.
And is that like June or July? When do we expect the trial to?
We don't have a timeline yet.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be sure to stay in touch with you and find out more. Katrina, thanks so much.
Thank you, Errol.